Alright, welcome back everyone. Here for more Monster Train, and tried our hand at another expert challenge last time, but time to go back to a normal run and see if we can continue our streak here. And it looks like we get Awoken, Melting Remnant, both Exile. Be interesting. Steel Enhancer. Decent card, especially on multi-strike units, anything like that. Hot Drippings can have its place. And Ensnare's a pretty low risk card, I guess, because it replaces itself, costs 0, so not too bad. And of course we have Roots as our primitive molds, so might be looking for some kind of reform strategy. So bind here. Additional energy on the first turn, or daze units that enter our train. Don't see a ton of reason to have extra energy right now, so let's just go for daze. Alright, and probably gonna go with the quick champion over this rooted one. I don't even know if I've played this champion on camera before, so I guess it's worth talking about. This ability can be quite powerful if you can set up a really strong floor, then the ability to just root everything there and have it be forced to attack into it can be really good, but early on it can actually become a bit of a problem, as you're usually not able to take out all that many units, and then the floor just stacks up and up and up, and it creates too much pressure killing it. Whereas quick is just nice, makes your champion pretty strong, and then you can stack another unit with it and often do a lot of damage before anything else gets out. And still, if you can make a big floor later on, giving everything on it quick can be quite powerful. And it looks like our boss is devouring spells, so nothing too much to worry about there. Spikes don't think bother us too much, our champion's pretty healthy. And we may as well play on the first floor aggressively, since units will be dazed. So, and I think we keep our champion in the front. He's got, well, maybe we let one of these stewards get killed first, and then put another one down later. That seems fine. Go ahead and up our champion up. The Hollow Dripping's not doing much at the moment, unfortunately. Alright, that's a bit of a bummer. I guess maybe I could have played the Steward up there, but we are taking quite a bit of damage down here, so I like throwing them down here as well. Go ahead and play one, and I guess we have a target for a primitive mold now too, some I didn't think about, but let's eliminate this unit. Pretty nice. Alright, here's our respite, and yeah, I'll go ahead and make the Steward again. Let's see, he has 13, they're hitting for 12. I would have to enhance it in order to kill this unit, so I think what I might do instead is play it on the bottom with my champion and hope we can take out the boss before these guys become an issue. Let's see, you're gonna deal, yeah, I think this in the front is correct, and we'll of course give it extra burnout there. I think the boss hits for 5, so I'm gonna guess the enhancer is better over there, but I don't know for sure. And we'll just play this guy on top, maybe he does something. Right. And yeah, it does look like we managed to take out the boss here, so that's really good. Alright, good first fight. Let's see what we get offered. Okay, we have our option of an AoE and a couple of healing spells. As usual with the exiled Awoken, we're probably not looking for the Awoken tanks. Even if we pick up a heal here, it's just not really quite enough. So we're going to be looking more to rely on these primitive molds in some fashion, probably. Which makes me less interested in at least the Wildwood Sap. The Restoration Detonation's still alright. It That's just a good generic heal on any tank. But I think I'll take the Glimmer. We don't have any way to hit the backline units or really any targeted damage whatsoever at the moment. So this is a sorely needed thing here. Alright, and Molten Encasement is perfect with all our reforms. That's the unit you want. So happy to see that one and pick it up. And here, of course, we'll head to the Merchant of Steel. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. Okay, I don't hate Endless on that unit we just picked up. I've done this combo a few times now where you give this Endless and also give it Burnout 1, and then you just play it every turn and effectively stack infinite stealth. It's pretty nice. So let's find ourselves a good unit to potentially go with that plan. And the Animus of Will isn't a bad one. It certainly deals a lot of damage, so would like to find two 2-tile units to go with the Molten Encasement, and then our champion's gonna have to find a different buddy to hang out with. So I'll pick up the Animus here. There's not, unfortunately, an attack upgrade at the moment, so the Animus isn't going to be too good yet, but I do want to go ahead and set this up because I think it's quite powerful. But I don't want to put 25 health on the Animus. That doesn't sound like a particularly strong play. Haste. Okay, the boss has spikes, which means our Animus is quite a bit worse. So we might just look to stack stealth on our champion here. And aggressive enemies, yeah, that's probably okay. It's a little bit scary for sure, but especially with the haste. But I think we'll be okay, especially if this happens and a bunch of them are dazed. So let's see, I do want room for this Molten Encasement, but it can wait a turn. I can always just throw it down somewhere else, so I think I'll play the champion here with a Steward maybe. I guess I'll set up the Animus up top here. I guess with the Steel Enhancer, no, the spikes are still gonna be too much for the Animus. I'll play one on it though, just to make it a bit stronger. Okay, lots of dazed units is nice. How are we not taking damage? Oh, because this is dazed as well. Okay, fantastic. So here we do want to save our Animus, which will actually get us all 3 kills. That's really good. And then just pop some Root Seeds on there. Alright, not finding our Molten Encasement is pretty bad news. Because a Glimmer can take these guys out, that seems fine. And then we get to play the Steward down here. Just protect our champion a bit. Go ahead and pump that up. This doesn't really accomplish a lot, but if we get another Molded, we can get it back later. Okay, a couple of days. Doing 140 is okay. Now we find this Molten Encasement, which I guess I kind of knew was coming, but what can you do really? And our Steward dying on the first hit here is not great. Certainly do that, and we're not killing this unfortunately, so we are going to go straight to the top with the 2 spikes. This is going to die almost immediately. We are drawing another Molded next turn. Does that help? So I play, oh, this is just a Burnout 1 unit. Okay, so I'll actually play him, and then after he burns out, we can resurrect him with more Burnout, maybe next time or something. Oh, of course we have Quick, so we can eliminate that guy. That's pretty nice. So we're definitely taking some fire damage here, but the Primitive Mold should help a little. Really wanted to hit one of the other ones, so I'm gonna try again here. Okay, that's awkward. Well, Glimmer at least kills the back unit, and then I can put this in the front to at least get some hits, but pretty bad on those moldeds there. Alright, so that one hurt. Drew in a slightly bad order, I think. And I'm happy to see Razor Sharp Edge anytime I have an Animus of Will, so I'm gonna pick that one up. And Entombed Explosive is another reasonable target for the reforms. Now we have Endless on this, we're gonna want something else that we're happy to bring back, so let's grab that as well. Okay, and the Baron is a good one to pair with our Molten Encasement. He's guaranteed to get a buff every single turn, and can then tank on the phases once they run out of stealth. The Sweep unit would be nice, but that's kind of the weaker one. Though we are guaranteed to give it quick, which is nice, but I think the Baron's just a really good combination here. Another Awoken Banner that way. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Baron. And I could just see going to the Merchant of Steel here. We do have to upgrade these units versus the Remnant unit. I don't know that it helps us that much. And the health could be nice. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's see what we can find. Okay, attack, obviously great on the Animus. And then I guess we just give health to the Baron and call it a day. Not the most exciting, but I think fine. Interesting. Just wondering how much we care about healing our units. We are playing Awoken, so like we're gonna get offered heals. Might actually pick this for once. We are kind of leaking some stuff on occasion, and this helps you really recover those losses, so let's try that. We're not currently too interested in healing, but that might change, and I don't want to close that door. Alright, Arm Round Slay I can live with. This being right there is a little bit awkward, as we would like to deploy this thing on one of these two floors, but either floor we deploy it on, it'll die on, so that's not great. Oh man, we could play it with our champion, I guess. The quick combined with the multi-strike is pretty good. I guess we just kind of work with that for now and abandon our plan for the time being. Between the quick and the days, we should take fairly minimal damage here, which is good. We just plan to buff it a lot. Alright, and our Baron is going to go hang out here in the middle with a Train Steward, and then we'll try to get some of these Entombed guys in front of him. Unfortunately, these cards not really doing much. I'm just gonna get these out of my deck, I think. Okay, taking a little bit here. Not drawing fantastic hands right now. What can you do? Wow, it really does not like giving us our tomb units ever, apparently. Well, we don't get to do much. Alright, they're finally here, so go ahead and play this one. you're surviving, I guess I could ensnare it to kill it the following turn. That seems fine. And just keep buffing. That's the final wave. Doing a decent amount here. Definitely want to replay the encasement. And then just have to decide which of these buffs are best. Certainly gonna do one of these. Let's see, this is already dying in a single hit, so there's no reason not to go ahead and go for the Razor Sharp Edge. Alright, we can get through the boss in a reasonable fashion. We have a Bounty Stalker. That could be a good one. Again, we have all the primitive molds, so we can bring it back a few times a battle and hope to make it into a good DPS unit later on in the run. I still don't know what you're supposed to do with Devourer of Death. You know, if anybody knows, leave a comment. It just seems bad to me. Spreading Spore is often a good card, but again, we don't have tanks that care about rejuvenation triggers, so not in love with that one. But yeah, I think I'll try the Bounty Stalker here. Don't quite know what it's going to look like yet, but it's just a pretty powerful card. And then we can either pick up a quick unit, not too interested. A Vine Mother giving us some extra stings isn't so bad. It can play the role of a tank okay, and then gives you a little bit of extra card draw. I was debating between card draw and energy anyway. That would push me more towards energy. So then our bottom floor is the champion plus something. Not entirely sure what yet. Ideally a sweep unit. And then we just don't care about that floor for the boss, basically, but we just try to take out some stuff. The stealth floor, and then this Bounty Stalker eventually sitting behind a Vine Mother at the top. Not the worst find I've ever had. Alright, so I do think I want another unit, so I'll be going this way rather than duplicating, though duplicating a Animus isn't so bad either. It is a strong unit in our deck, but like I said, I'd like to pick up a sweeper if at all possible. And we do. Alright, so that's nice. We'll go and grab that. Let's look at what our champion has to offer here. It can either multi-strike or it can also sweep. But then it applies root, which, like I mentioned, is a problem. So I guess we'll give it multi-strike. Ideally, I'd like to make it tougher, which is the third upgrade path, I believe. But can't do that at the moment, so we'll have to do it this way. Get rid of these stewards; they're definitely not helping. And let's see, 2 units gain burnout versus Flicker's Liquor. So this would have been good had we not already given our 2-unit burnout, but now that would put it at burnout 2, which is actually bad for us. So I'm gonna go with the Liquor, which is just a reasonable card, or artifact rather. Spikes 4 for a random artifact. Probably can't do that one. Our units just don't have enough health, unfortunately. That's a small problem. That's definitely a small problem. Which floor can it for? I guess the Vine Mother weird floor is the one where we can have 4 pretty safely. I'll put you here, and then I'll just play these things down here for the time being. Yeah, this is fine. There's a cute play where I kill this and then immediately reform it, but I think I'd rather just go ahead and buff there. Okay, that's not great. Oh, we can root it and have it stick around. That's kind of nice. Alright, I have to think about what all this looks like. This wants to go somewhere around here for sure. The fact that our champion's gonna steal the kills is not great, but what can you do? And then yeah, the Vine Mother goes behind for now. And then just go ahead and... Is this kills? Yeah. Weird, to be sure. Let's see, our champion's hitting quite hard here. Let's root this guy, though. So this is dying, which is kind of what we want, and then we get to set up this floor with the stealth. Sting here, and this continues to not be a very good card. Let's find out what's in the mold. It's the explosive, it's less good, but we can still play it down here for at least something. I guess it doesn't explode this turn, which is a little bit awkward maybe. Continue giving you root seeds. Just glimmer this floor, and I'm not really sure how the math works out in any of that. Let's see, we're not quite killing here, which is not great. Definitely want to replay this and start applying some more buffs. Gets us close, but not quite there, unfortunately. What if I sting this? I think that gets me a hit at least. No? Oh, you still don't kill. Okay. Well, that sucks. That guy's gonna hit the fire. Can't really do much about it. And resurrecting the bounty stalker doesn't help because this is still alive, so really this didn't turn out great. At least we get that small heal there, that's nice. Dazing the boss, also kind of cool. Do want to continue playing this, and then I do want to get my Bounty Stalker back. It of course has Burnout 1, so it's not going to last very long, but we can get it another permanent upgrade, which is something. And really we're looking for that stealth floor to do what we need to do. Don't expect very much to happen here. Do this just for the card draw. Yep, and we're totally fine here. Don't think we're interested in a Preserved Thorns. Retreat is kind of interesting. Obviously our stealth floor we can't afford to be dropping units because we need space to continue playing our Tombed unit, but our champion could certainly use some way to either move him somewhere or move something onto his floor. Maybe we can stack it with the Vine Mother. That seems good to me. Give that a go. Additional stealth? Don't know if that's necessary, but it is good. Versus Mortal Entrapment. Fine card, certainly. But You know, let's try this. And we can go really heavy on the stealth. Boss eats our spells, doesn't get rid of buffs or anything, so it's fine. Alright, do we want another Merchant of Steel? Probably yes. I would say yes. So let's go that way. We get a free relic as well. Additional burnout, no. So I guess we'll go for the cleansing water. Again, this is not a good combination with our molten encasement. So just take that. Have a chance to cleanse and stun now when things enter the train. Pretty cool. Alright, multi-strike's good. I'll just go ahead and put on the Bounty Stalker. He's gonna end up being pretty strong later on, so let's get him that. And the Animus can pick up a small little buff here. And the Vine Mother can certainly use some health, why not? And I'll even reroll for some nice small upgrades. Ooh, these are pretty bad. Any of this? I don't think I want any of this. That was a really bad reroll. I might pay for a purge here, though. Let's see. Yeah, we might hit the Magic Merchant next turn, but I feel like purges are really good right now. The Train Stewards are just so horrible in our deck. Armor, and this is the Stealth Marksman. It's the tanks and the Harpy. We'll probably take some damage if we take this, but I think we can handle it. Obviously depends a bit on how we draw, as usual. It's, oh, we get to dispel some of the stealth, that's really nice. Okay, Tough Lure being smaller is exactly what we want, and we got our Wombo combo here as well. So, could even set that up on floor 1, since we got it so early. It's honestly pretty strong to just get that going, get our stealth stacked up, and then when the boss gets here, we just get to kind of wreck it. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. And then we'll get our champion going over here. I think the only tricky spot here is that it'll be difficult to make our Bounty Stalker die. And this keeps really peering in the spots I don't want, but can't do much about it. Vine Mother wants to hang out at the top. And this, I guess, wants to hang out over here is the best chance for it to die. Just Root Seeds there, and just get rid of this card. Those are also really bad in our deck. Alright, we do want this to die, so I could save it with stealth, but I will choose not to do so. It even gets to get its attacks off first, so that's great. I guess the Shattered Shell end up in a pretty awkward spot now, but what can you do? We'll just put it up here and it won't do very much. And I guess we'll just give them even more stealth. It's fine. Mold, that's good news. Should be able to bring this guy back a few times this battle, hopefully. Oh, this is bad though. This guy's getting through with quite a bit of health. It's not like we can do anything about it, so. That sweep unit really hasn't paid out for us. This. Do this. Burnout 2 is totally fine. That'll get us the kill we want. think there's too much to worry about in terms of the boss here, so I could drop something, but there's not really a ton of reason to do so. So it should die here, which will get us another trigger on its death effect. That's good. And the boss is dying, so wonderful news. Took some damage, but not too bad overall. Energy isn't the concern anymore. We have the Flicker's Liquor to help out with that. Not interested in more stings, and we don't have healing spells, so that's a pretty easy skip. Reform and give additional strength. I think we can rely on the primitive molds well enough, so we don't need that effect. And then no real reason to have a draft. Fatal Melting, probably not good enough, though it's not horrible. We do have the Molten Casement dying sort of a lot. So it's like interesting, but I don't think it's quite what we want. So I can either go to look improve my magic or go this way and do a duplicate and a remove. Remove's still definitely great. I could duplicate the Molten Encasement and look to set up the floor we already have, of course, and then another floor. That's the Bounty Stalker and the Shattered Shell, and then our champion just doesn't really have a spot. Or I could pick up capacity from the next boss fight, and then we can go like champion plus Bounty Stalker, something like that. I think I like that. And then it just guarantees we draw it. Well, it doesn't guarantee, but it helps us draw it a little faster, which is nice. Stealth's just pretty powerful overall, so let's go ahead and do that. And then remove, obviously the Last Steward's horrible, and then the Hollow Drippings are pretty bad, though they do at least get out of the deck once you cast them once. But I think it's still the worst card, so let's just get rid of it. Alright, adding Scourge cards, not too bad, hopefully. Smaller floor on the bottom. So maybe that's just our champion plus a Molten Encasement is the bottom floor. It's a little bit weird for sure, but we can't really fit anything else there right now. I think I saved the middle for the good team, and then the top is like Bounty Stalker. No, we want the Bounty Stalker hang out at the bottom ideally. So I think the Bounty Stalker is just going to be by himself for this one. And then we'll go champion plus Vine Mother or something at the top. Something like that. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll play the champion at the top for now. And then put a Vine Mother in front of it, I guess. Seems fine. Definitely want to do this. I'd like to get this down. I guess I'm able to do it down here, and it's not how I actually get killed this turn, which is awkward. Okay, so we drew our stealth. We drew this Shattered Shell as well. I would like to get that one going on the bottom. I do want this to die as part of the issue. It's hard right now, though. I can give the shell stealth up here with the Molten Encasement, and then figure out something else on the bottom. Yeah, you know, we're gonna sort of get a little weird here, but I think this is fine. That guy dying is totally okay. I don't know, buffer champion, he has multi-strike, that's fine. And keep you around for an extra sweep, maybe? Alright, so I want to replay this. And I think we get the Animus going over there as well. And then I'll play the Wickless Baron down here. For the Penance, start buffing this. Sting you, sure. Alright, we get both encasements and we get our mold. What's else? Oh, the Entombed Explosives, the other thing in the mold, of course. I do want this guy to come back. He's gonna be stealth, that's fine. He has to do his damage and then die. These guys are gonna get one of these. Yeah, capacity might be the pick here, so we can work this stuff a little bit more easily here. Don't care about that. Looks like everybody's dying there, so that doesn't matter too much. Okay, the retreat... No, it doesn't quite do what I want either. Man, this ended up a little bit awkward. Let's see what's in the box. Alright, more Bounty Stalkers, nice. This is burning out anyway, so I guess I can give stealth down here. Save some damage, and... that's fine. Not quite the one we wanted. Looks like not too many waves left, so I guess we'll put you in the back for now. Get rid of this, and still don't think I want to Restoring Retreat anything. So this looks fine. Bounty Stalker here getting pretty well out of hand. Gets to die one more time fighting the boss, totally okay. At some point, we'll stop trying to like have it die all the time. It's already doing an insane amount of damage, so we might stop trying to do that. Maybe even as soon as next fight. Try to kind of figure out our floor arrangement beyond that. Remove burnout and debuff. I don't think does a ton for us. like quick. Also not that important when we're already getting stealth. And our champion gives quick anyway, so I think this is a skip. And I think I pick up capacity. It's just we don't need draw or energy all that much right now. And the capacity will make things just a little bit simpler, so I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna take a bit of a break here and come back to this in a flash. Alright, and we're continuing on our way here. Again, took a short break there, but just took a look at the deck, reminding myself what's going on, and I think the plan is to stop killing Bounty Stalker at this point, probably. 82 times 2 is pretty darn good, so we'll just go ahead and let that do its work, and try to hide it, and well, basically some combination of these 3 units plus the Baron behind some of these tombs, and then the other 2 creatures, you know, they didn't turn out so hot. That's alright. That being said, do we hit a Merchant of Steel or a Merchant of Magic? The Merchant of Steel lets us do something else to the Bounty Stalker and something to the Wickless Baron, and maybe power these creatures up just a little bit. That sounds reasonable to me, I think, over the Magic Merchant. Our spell's not looking too important this round. So, we get an artifact here too, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what we can find there. Cheaper units or better stings. Well, cheaper units is nice, we're playing multiple endless units every turn, so that'll make our energy even more free. And here we can go for the sweep route plan. And this has gotten better. If we're giving our units stealth anyway, then we don't really care if stuff gets stuck for a long time. So, I'd go for that. It's a little scary until we get our first Molten Encasement going, but it can be good, I think. And it does sort of ensure our Pyre is going to be in good shape. And yeah, our other sweeper turned out to be kind of a dud, so having just a quick sweep unit here seems good to me. Let's go ahead and pick that one up. And I'll check the caves before I go visit the shop here. Oh, I get the chance to pick up a little bit more money. And you know, our Pyre is doing pretty well, so I think I'm going to go for the big payout here, get 150 extra coins. Mostly for the next circle, really, more so than this one, but nevertheless, let's do that. Okay, well, maybe I can afford a large stone now that we have the extra capacity from Light of Seraph. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, and then 3 plus 2 plus 1. So it doesn't work. It means we have to, we're forced to use 2 particular floors, but maybe that's okay. I guess we could also large stone something like the Vine Mother, and then Vine Mother plus Shattered Shell end up being a 2. That's okay. But I think I'm happy enough to put it on like the Baron maybe. He's kind of our tank anyway. The Stalker could maybe use it as well, just because bumping the health on that would be pretty useful. So then we'd be looking at something like, you know, the Baron and the Stalker on one floor, and the Animus and our champion on another. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's give it a shot. And then additional health. I'll just put that on the Vine Mother. We're kind of looking for something a little more offensive on the Baron. I think we're trying to really use stealth to our best advantage here. Endless. I could put Endless on the Entombed Explosive and try to use that to some good effect, but now our floors are kind of full again. I guess we can maybe play it in front of the Shattered Shell floor as well. It's like something, it's not great. I will go ahead and give this a Battle Stone just for a little bit of something. I think I just saved the money. I don't really need to Endless that. We still have a bunch of these primitive molds. flying around the deck. We do probably want to remove these at this point, honestly, but I think I'll just hold on to my money and try to spend it the Merchant of Trinkets next time. Alright, 20 armor, and it's the multi-striking ones. So it's just a question of can we deal enough damage, and I think since we picked up the Root Champion, we're gonna be in good shape. Obviously, things get a little scary if we don't get to our Molten Encasements quickly enough, but I'm willing to take the risk here. We have 75 health still. We're dazing and removing buffs. All sorts of good things are happening. Okay, looks like we're abandoning the middle floor, and we did get our Molten Encasement. That's great. So now I just have to decide if I'd rather be sticking them on the bottom floor or the top floor, and I think the bottom makes sense. That way if we don't get to something quick enough, it only leaks to the middle instead of straight to the pyre. We don't care about anything getting like kill triggers or anything like that. I guess we will probably want the Baron down here since he'll get more harvest, but beyond that we don't really care. So yeah, so I'll play this down here, put this in front of it, and then get our Bounty Stalker rocking on this floor. And I mean, there's no reason not to play this, I suppose. I guess I could just put it a floor above so that when something leaks, it's there, and it'll cover for other units as well. That's probably fine. Alright, so again, replay this guy. Play our Animus of Will up here, I think. And might as well play the Shattered Shell. It's not going to do a whole lot, but there it is. Oh, it actually doesn't have enough attack to kill here. I guess I'll Root Seed it, sure. I would like to get our other unit going here. But we are just not drawing it right now. That's unfortunate. Go ahead and put this Vine Mother here. Yeah, I'm getting to her their Molten Encasement either. These guys are going to be pretty important for the boss phase, so I'm going to let them have one stack of stealth right now, I think. And in the meantime, let's buff you for sure. Give something rooted, doesn't really matter, they're going to get rooted anyway, and this Hollow Dripping's still a joke. Alright, we got our Baron, that's nice. Still fishing for the other encasement, but obviously I have to give the Baron some stealth here. Continue buffing you. Yeah, I really need to remove a number of cards from this deck. I don't know, we're already on the Respite. That's pretty bad, actually. Wait. We still haven't drawn the second encasement. Wow, that's so bad. I need to make sure these guys get stacked up on stealth. They're going to be the ones killing the boss, I think. Yeah, this Primitive Mole is just doing absolutely nothing. Okay, here's the boss. We still haven't cleared out the trash. Go ahead and play the encasement here. Just go ahead and get one going on each floor. I mean, I could descend the Shattered Shell. I guess there's no harm in doing that. It'll get a little bit of stealth and do something at least. Yeah, it seems fine. Deals an extra like 70 damage or whatever. Now we're just kind of hoping that this floor can handle it. Which really it should be able to. Especially since we just drew this Engulfing Smoke as well. This doesn't really do anything for us, but so play it, sure, I don't know. Alright, killing just fine here. Alright, so I have a lot of cash to spend in the final circle. I like that. Starting Tree clearly didn't pan out, so don't need that. Don't really need to heal. And not too interested in any of this either. So we have 900 gold. Could visit a magic merchant. Really what I'm looking for is a remove, which is a consideration for going to the right side. We just get some free removal. I could remove all the primitive molds, the hollow drippings, even the entombed explosive. There's easily like 7 cards I'd be happy to remove from this deck. I think that's more important than powering up a spell or getting pyre health, so I'm gonna go this way. See if there are any sweet trinkets. A little late for Memorial Fund. Trader's Quill also not looking too good. With the one consume card we're looking to remove from the deck anyway, and yeah, so just reroll here. Wow, these are not good. Really don't have any energy issues at this point. So none of these do anything. Can't... Well, we can power up the shell just for the hell of it, I suppose, but mostly looking to just remove. So the drippings is trash. The primitive molds are all trash. And I think I'm just going to spend as much money as I can removing primitive molds from the deck. Although this is the spell devouring Seraph, so I'd have to be a little bit careful. But most of our spells don't even matter either, honestly. And we just need these out of the way so we can get to our Molten Encasements faster. It doesn't matter if our spells get consumed, they don't actually matter all that much either. Like, the buffs are nice, but they're not critical to the operation of the deck. We have exactly 300 to remove one more thing. Might also just beat this Shattered Shell so we don't have to draw it early, and then Divine Mother still does stuff for the Spell Devouring in particular, so I don't mind having it around. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this unimproved shell rather than spending money on improving it. Now we have a really small deck now. Let's go Slaughter Seraph here. Alright, so our spells are consumed. It's not too much of a concern. And it looks like our bottom floor is smaller. That is unfortunate because it means we're not going to be killing these guys until they go up a floor, so that's going to slow us down a little, but can't do a whole lot about it. Yeah. Our champion still only has 30 health. So I have to kind of think about how I want to range this. Bounty Stalkers are best DPS, so I think it makes sense to go Baron plus Stalker on this floor. And then, well, no, Baron and this one to be together actually, so that he can get more harvest. Okay, so I guess I'll do it like I did it last time and go... Baron plus Champion. Then Bounty Stalker at the top. I'll play that, sure. And this is just kind of be a one-time thing. I guess our units are quicks. These are going to die to the sweep anyway. So I can actually play this up here in case I don't draw the stealth one. And if I do, I can just deploy the stealth somewhere else for now. Okay, that's a pretty bad draw, all in all. At least this is dying, I guess that's something. Alright, so we'll play this back here. We'll play Divine Mother down here. It's gonna eventually die, but for now it's gonna generate us a few spells, which is nice. And I'll just enhance you. Found our first encasement, that's nice. Go ahead and get this floor started, I think. And I'm definitely looking to consume these. Well, the ensnare, I guess, is even worse than the sting, so I'll start with the ensnare. And then Rune Seeds, of course, go there. And the sting. Okay, we got both of these, so now we're really off the races, and we're gonna, oh, let's not consume that one, that one's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and consume that. And we should be in pretty fantastic shape. Yes, things are probably the worst spell here. Guess we can Glimmer up here for the minor heal, why not? I should really burn this at some, or get rid of that at some point, but it doesn't matter too much. And just keep enhancing our Triple Striker. I guess to buy some damage on the boss, sure. Yeah, not much to comment on. We should win this pretty handily with just stacking a million stealth. Stuff is eventually going to start leaking just straight past this floor, yeah, like that. But the top floor has enough damage on it that I'm not too worried. Super Sting. Out of stings to consume. I'm okay consuming a Glimmer. I hope the boss still fits on this floor. Alright. Wasn't quite sure how that would work, but looks like we're okay. We get the opportunity to get rid of this, I guess, by just casting it here. Continue buffing you. And there we go. Boss is good. I'll even throw down a few more enhancements, why not? There we go. Sometimes instead of a tank, you can just have some stealth and it gets the job done. Managed to get our deck down to a really small size. Energy was basically free, so good run. Yeah, really easy at the end there, but you know, I'll take it. And thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next one.